What's going on, y'all? It's
Vari.
And this is the You Know What It Is podcast, man. And we are finally on camera.
Woo!
We got it going. The Switcher is here, and we are making, history today. So I want to go ahead and say what's up to everybody. We got Randii here today. These are her days, so, we're going to get her segments going. And then we got my boy Jerry.
Yeah.
Really, nigga?
I don't have a button for you yet.
It's all right, man.
But you've been here for the last couple of days, so
says like blackness. Or that meme where it's like, I'm blickety black, blackety black.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that. I got you.
Cause I'm black and it's back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You'll get that going.
And today we got a special guest, man. We got my cousin Nubian in the building.
Nubian.
You know what I mean? Motherfucking chef boy our Negro out this motherfucker.
Yo.
Tearing it up.
Nah, thanks for having me, man. This is crazy. Like, never experienced this, and you're doing your thing, but all y'all are doing your thing. Like,
thank you,
I really
man.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
It's a humbling experience, sure.
Thank you for coming through. Thank you for humbling us with the eats, man. The fucking tortillas, the things that we are here to talk about, the masa, the corn, all of that. We here for that. You missed all of that shit, man.
Food is gone?
Yeah.
We got some more tortillas, man. After
The
this,
tortillas.
Shit.
We can make some cheese.
We got some more masa too. We can do it after.
We can do
I
whatever.
don't even know what that is. Yeah.
See?
Talking about that.
Okay, so let me give you a little backstory about how Mexican my family is, right? So I don't know when it started or how it started, but his grandmother, my auntie, she was the curator of the ultimate tamales. Right. You know what I mean? So we grew up on eating them. And I don't know when it transitioned for you, for how you decided, like, all right, I'm going to stay on, it's just crazy that you stayed on tortillas and stuff
honestly,
like
at
that.
the time, like, when you're young, you're not even thinking about that. Like, oh, this is something that my grandma's doing. She's just doing it to make money, make a little extra bread, like a hustle, you know what I'm saying? But for me, it just came later in life. Like, I mean, obviously, I always had, like, a little passion for cooking growing up. But I didn't really recognize that with my grandma, It was just something she did that we took for granted growing up, But my wife is Mexican. That's really what brought that into fold, like Mexican cuisine. Mm-hmm. So like that's how now I'm doing that. It didn't even register that my grandma was like making tamales,
But it's just crazy that the hands that we have are just so great at cultivating these Hispanic dishes.
I remember those times, bro, making tamale sandwiches out of the out of the meat, bro, and just like some cheese on top of that.
I'm telling you, that was the hit.
But
though.
It's like,
it was a hit.
I took it for granted as a kid. I mean, but now, like in retrospect, looking back, man, like my grandma is definitely somebody that I could have appreciated at the time, but I was too young, Yeah. So now thinking about it, I do appreciate her a lot.
That's what's up, man. I do too, man. Yeah. I do too. Even after eating today.
She was a staple in the family. She was one of them grandmas, like once she passed.
That held shit together.
Yeah, exactly. Once she passed, everything.
Yeah, motherfuckers act like they couldn't speak no more.
Right.
Mary Jane ain't making tamales. I don't know these niggas.
My grandma kind of took it over, but she's not as, like, consistent as my great-grandma was, so.
Yeah.
But she's the one that has it now. And supposedly when she dies, she'll give it to me or whatever, but...
Why we gotta wait that long?
I know, let me get it now.
Yeah, because what if you become...
Because, like, my thing is, like, hey, I want to kind of know it, but I'll use my masa, Like
exactly. I was about to say, just perfect it, change it, do something different.
But not even perfecting it, just taking that and making it my own.
Right.
Because the style in which she did it, that was, like, that's unique to, like, how, like, Mexicans do their tamales or Guatemalans or whatever, because it really is like a Latin thing,
Yeah.
And then whether you use banana leaf or whether you use corn husk, which,
like I was telling you yesterday,
used.
I had somebody's tamale. I think they were Dominican or something, but they had a bone in it, motherfucker. And they were like, "This is just how we make it." And I was like, "Yeah, I never had no tamale like this." And every time I have a tamale, I can never.
It's like a whole piece of chicken in the tamale, yeah.
Bro, anytime I have a tamale, I can never get that same taste that Mary Jane. Like nobody has found that. You know what I mean?
Like, man, I remember you could just, like, take that shuck and just, like...
Bruh.
Bro, it was so juicy.
Yes.
And then just the masa, the cornmeal was, like, super moist. It wasn't dried out.
Oh, man, I'm sorry people who have never experienced these tamales before.
Yeah, it's definitely different. Just thinking about it.
Tamales, these motherfuckers sound like I ain't had no good tamales.
Honestly,
no, you ain't.
Honestly, I realized that's, like, a kind of a staple in the South. Like the hot tamales is like a staple in the South.
Exactly, because every time I told them
hot tamales, but
anytime I told them it was ground beef and it was hot, they would be like, "That's not tamales."
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Okay." But if you taste these hoes, you be like, oh, this is something that.
But that's the thing about food too, man. You can interpret it so many different ways, you know.
Yeah, and the way that you're interpreting it now is amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you're taking something so simple and innovating it. You know what I mean? And then you're bringing it to other markets like restaurants.
Right, yeah. So like with that, like I do have someone like it's called Madero, which is like a Mexican restaurant. They're picking up like my masa right now, which is crazy. That just started like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
So like that's relatively new to me too. So I'm like figuring out on the fly, like, dang, they need it. And like with the masa, you gotta grind it every day fresh, you know? Like for restaurant use. And then like when I do it for the tortillas, I'll grind it fresh and I'll just make the tortillas right there. But they need it every day because like for quality reasons.
So what do
You could definitely keep it in the fridge, but with anything like, you know, fresh is better.
Right.
So,
do you grind it up fresh for them every day?
yeah, every single day, bro. Every single day. Like I'll start the process, like, which I'm pretty sure you'll ask me again later on, but it's called nixtamal. The process is like you take cal, which is like hydroxychloride or something like that, but it's basically concentrated lime, right? And you take that, it's like a powder, and you take that, you add it to water, and you bring it to a boil, and from there you let it sit once it's like to the right texture, which they use terms like medium rare, or you probably heard the term al dente.
Yeah.
Which you know, to the tooth.
Yeah.
What is that? Yeah, al dente. What does that mean?
It means to the tooth, like
it's
Italian, I believe.
Like better, like better describe it like when you have noodles.
Right.
You don't cook them all the way through. You cook them kind of firm, so they still have that dexterity to them, or that.
Yeah.
Is that al dente?
That's the
that's
al
al
dente.
dente.
Yeah, that's what he's
Like you can have your rice al dente, like not cooked
I
all the way through. It's not cooked all the way through.
Okay, because I like watching cooking videos and whatnot, man.
Another term they use is like medium rare. That's a term that they use with the
I would
corn.
have
Not cooked all the way through.
But that's just from like
That's medium rare.
Just left me. Look at me. Look at me. Dang, it was a good one too.
I know, right?
That thing just walked up out the door.
I was about to get up in here and start typing some shit because as soon as you was about to say something, I was about to boop on the screen.
Oh no, I was just gonna say because everything starts with a thought and an idea. After that thought and that idea is formed, then in order to, you know, manifest into action, then you have to establish an emotion that pairs with that thought. Like, okay, like what would I need? How would I feel? What would this look like? You know, you kind of make it your own personal. You know, you're dreaming. You're
it's
dreaming.
like a fucking what's that nigga's name? Frankenstein type shit.
Yeah,
you know,
and
it's creating your own Frankenstein. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I can't say I haven't seen the old one and shit, but you know. He was probably thinking about that shit for a minute before he, you know, started working on collecting pieces and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what you got to do, man. Is, you know what I'm saying? It starts here in the mind, bro. You know, get to those, you know, those things and those people that you need to be around, and you know, do those things that you need to do to create your Frankenstein, man.
Right.
And then once you all got those pieces all lined up, man, the lightning bolt gonna hit it, boom, and then
take action.
bring that shit to life. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, man, it's.
I like that analogy.
Yeah, that was right on the fly, man.
Yeah, look at that.
That's a good one.
And then I think what people sometimes get twisted too is they'll mindlessly take risk, right? They won't sit there and have any kind of plan. And sometimes you can wing it and that shit'll, you know, it'll pop
put
off.
itself together.
But if you don't have some kind of, you know, organized like thought or just some like key little points that you can hit on to check off, then you can be taken somewhere where you don't even want to be. And you're like, how did I get here? It's because you didn't have a focus. You didn't, you know, put your mind in a space like, this is the goal. This is, you know, the mindset. This is where I'm headed. Because then, like, if you get lost along the way, you can be like, oh, wait, this is where I'm headed. This is where I'm going. Rather than you just walking in the middle of the forest like, bro,
I know something's going to come up, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know what it is. You know? Yeah.
You know, so you got to have a plan of action. You got to get that mindset right. And then outside of that, you just have to do it. Because I know sometimes people, and I've been guilty of this too, is I will get stuck in the planning process and trying to make everything perfect before I execute. And that shit will leave you stunned. You will sit there just stagnant. And then you sit, then sometimes, you know, I would get so anxious. And then I'm like, you know what, maybe I need to focus on something else because now I'm overwhelmed. Yeah. When really the next step was just stepping into the unknown.
Facts.
And just, all right, you know what, we just going to give it a whirl.
Yeah. How would you say you find that balance, though? How do you find that balance between, okay, I'm gonna go for it, or all right, let me strategize a little bit before I actually.
It's different
execute.
for everybody, and I think it's a matter of just learning, getting into the habit of just reflecting, right, on some kind of consistent basis, like whether maybe it's a monthly thing or like a seasonal thing, a weekly, whatever it is, just checking in on yourself, even like every night, like, hey, like, what did I, accomplish today? What things did I get done? What are my priorities?
Right.
And then, oftentimes I feel like when you do get, say, stuck in the planning process, as soon as you get stuck, that probably means you need to implement everything that you plan.
Facts.
Because then once you take that step, then a whole new world opens up. Then you get to see, okay, this is what I'm working with now at this new level. All right, now I can plan again what needs to happen to make me successful at this level. Then you get to that spot where you kind of like fill out that level, and it's like, okay, now I got to go back to the drawing board. Like, what's necessary to step into this other thing that I'm looking for, But it's having that focus and having that, just knowing what you want, figuring out what you even want and where you want to go. Because if you do just want to practice taking risks, that's perfectly okay too. Just getting yourself in that habit, and then when you do say find your passion or whatever drives you, then you've already had practice and just doing what needs to be done. But yeah, I'm very proud of myself, because I will say within, this last year, I've really just been putting into practice everything that, I've wanted to do. I was even telling Vari, even before like doing this stuff, on top of everything that I was wanting to do, a couple people had even told me like, hey, like you should do a podcast. Like, hey, you should, do the YouTube stuff. You should, get on there. Like, you talk well, you create like a safe space. Like, I feel comfortable, sharing with you. You speak well, all those things. But I found I was so stuck in trying to do 100 million things on my own. It was hard to make anything happen. So then when they hit me up for, the podcast, then it was just like, oh, dang, like, it opened up the door to, to work together, to build, to support one another, doing the things that we love. And it's making other things that, like, I'm trying to do, like, that much easier.
You could take those risks and not have to feel like, oh, damn, am I spreading myself too thin?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because somebody else is going to cover my back on this end.
You know
what I mean?
And that's where, in taking risks, yes, you need to be able to support yourself. You need to be able to cultivate, that belief and confidence and courage to just do something. But it also takes you surrounding yourself with people who are going to support you. Whether it's mental support, emotional support, financial support, whatever the case is, you need to be able to establish some kind of, people that you can pinpoint, like, all right, like, I'm going through a tough time and I just need somebody to, like you were saying, like, your is your wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, to just give you the encouragement.
Right,
like, that's what you need from her.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And then, you might have other people where it's just like, dang, like, I kind of need some, like, funding, like, and they would be more than willing to just be like, hey, like, I got this, like, I'm going to support you. I see what you're doing. Get your team. But that also comes with figuring out who you are.
Facts.
And where you want to go.
And believing in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because once you do, man, like I said, man, those people follow suit, man. And that's literally, how I got the, people around me that I know and trust. No matter what I'm doing or going through, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna make sure, like, nigga, like, y'all know who Jerry is, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? And so, it's crazy, man. Once you, once you get your mindset into a place where, it's like A1, bro, and and I won't say A1 like, and I don't mean A1 like you don't have a bad day. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like because I think a lot of people, even myself, and beginning like my journey into like getting my mind right, I even thought it was like, oh, nigga, once I'm like, oh, self-affirmations, cool, nigga, I just gotta do this every day, nigga.
You thought.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is, but it isn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, apply it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
do that. You know what I'm saying? But, nigga, you can still be sad. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay 100%. You know what I'm saying? But you have to acknowledge that, what you're feeling and things like that. But anyhow, once you do get your mind right, you know what I'm saying? You got your mind set on that goal, man. It's a beautiful thing to watch the ball just roll and pick up moss, you know what I'm saying, and just keep going, man. And so
And you gain that strength, you know, and you start trusting yourself in adversity. You start cultivating this, like, you know what? I can just relate it to gymnastics, you know. Dang, I've been doing this for this long. I worked through how many tough days, and look at me still progressing. You can go through your tough times and still progress and still be something. You can still develop into everything that you want to be with messing up, with, you know, failing, with maybe being embarrassed, with, you know, not necessarily having the people that, you know, support you, and then all of a sudden you're put in a position where there are people who support you, you know. And just side note, like, I just want to, you know, thank you, Vari, and just thank, you know, each one of you, because like this, just being able to have this platform and this space to feel comfortable and to I don't know, just have that authentic support, that trust, that you know, like, I got your back. You know, it's tough out here. It's tough trying to, like, develop into everything that you want to be. It's tough stepping out into the unknown, but you don't got to do it alone.
No.
Yeah.
You don't got to tread them waters alone. You can have your pack and y'all figure it out together, because the more minds you have, different perspectives, you see things different than Vari does, right? We all see things different. So being able to bring all that together, it gives us a way better vantage point to be able to attack the things that we want to do to be successful.
And that's a hard thing to do sometimes, man. You know, like, to let people in on your baby, your dream, your vision, you know what I'm saying? And to let people in and see what, you know, you're seeing, and, you know, or to even have somebody reach out and be like, yo, like, I see what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? And you kind of like, all right, nigga, cool, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, you know what I'm saying? Have a nice day, you know what I'm saying? But what, like, for you, like, what took you to, like, open up to allow people to even, like, help out with what you're doing?
Oh man, I mean, what I will say is it was a process.
That pressure.
It was a process because you know, I didn't always feel comfortable expressing myself, or even just asking for help. I felt like I had to just do everything on my own and put the weight on my shoulders. Like, no, I can figure it out. I'm smart enough. But it's not even about being intelligent. Like, it's everybody's gonna need you know, help at some point in their life. But what really pushed me outside of that comfort zone to be like, I have to be vulnerable, is, you know, after I graduated college, you know, did gymnastics for 20 years, I'm sitting there thinking, like, there's so many different aspects of myself I want to explore. There's so many different things, like, I want to do. And, you know, after trying some things, certain aspects of myself were, like, begging to be expressed. Like, I almost felt like internally I was going to explode if I didn't do what it is that my heart is telling me to do. So I kind of just forced myself into it. Like, I got to the point where there was just so much anxiety over, like, wanting to do these things and not doing it. And it's like, bro, I can't live like this. Because, you know, that resentment and, you know, all that stuff starts building up, and that's not the life that I want to see for myself. So I was like, okay, let me just take a stand. I gotta be able to you know, establish this for myself. Nobody's gonna do the work for me. I can have support, but nobody's gonna do it for me. So, Randii, if you say you want to do this, do it. Try. Figure it out. You ask questions. And, you know, so I just got to a boiling point where it was just like, hey, bro, so you either gonna do this
or you not.
Or you not. That's plain and simple.
So
just
realize what it took. Yeah,
and then you realize that when you finally do take that chance, it's not that bad.
No.
The biggest thing I think we're afraid of is judgment for not having it right the first time. Like, even say, you know, like with, say, this setup, you know, like, still adding pieces, still, you know, putting all this stuff together, but that's something that could deter somebody from not doing it, because they're like, well, I don't have all the top-notch, say, equipment, and I don't have this how I want it to, and it's not the final vision. So, you know what, I don't even want to try.
Things evolve. Look, man. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have these cameras at first. We didn't have this, we didn't have this board at first.
You know? Yeah, man.
You know
I think
what I mean?
that's people, those are, you know, unfortunately the ones that don't give things time to evolve, you know, because I can attest, man, like, man, I was making music in the most shittiest conditions. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck because I was like, bro, like, I'm not about to let nothing stop me. I don't give a fuck about having a mic. I don't need no goddamn mic. I can rap in my laptop screen. This shit pick it up. Nigga, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, and somehow I don't remember how. I think I stole it off. Torrenting was a big thing.
Big thing when we were growing up.
When we were growing up, man. So I torrented Pro Tools. Come on now, bro. Come on now, man. That's all I needed. I was like, bro, I'm in the game. You know what I'm saying? So like, I didn't give a fuck. You know, I was rapping at my laptop screen. I would go on there and edit as best as I could, and I put that shit out. You know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, I don't give a fuck what happens. I'm not like about to let you stop me. Nah, you.
Yeah.
Looked in the mirror, was like, nah, you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and yeah, man. Like, but look, years later, and even then, like, I didn't feel like I had the comfortability or the I just didn't feel like I had it enough to even pay to go in the studio. So it was like, going through all the things I did to get to the point I am now, like, it was well worth it, man. And that even goes back to taking those risks, man. And got to, man, like, cause had I not, made that first project, and which is still up on Dat Piff.
Ooh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? You heard?
Go to Dat Piff.
But
check it out.
yeah, it was every time I listen to it, it's like, damn, like, it's years of just fucking bullshit behind that project. You know what I'm saying? But good in a good sense, you know what I'm saying? Because like, it took so much just to get that 1 6-track project out. Like 6 tracks, that's it. But it took so much time, you know what I'm saying? So much
risk reward.
Yeah.
And you feel rewarded at the end, right?
Yeah, man. And that's what started. That shit paved the way for me. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas didn't know I was making music. Niggas didn't know I rapped. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was not a popular nigga in high school at all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, niggas knew me because of who my peoples were, and that was it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But, the people that did know I rapped, even then, like, didn't really believe it type shit. You know what I'm saying? Until they saw the product or saw the, the work. But, yeah, man, you gotta be able to take those risks early on, man. And not let shit stop you, because the only thing that's really stopping you ever is yourself. Yeah. That mental block, you know what I'm saying? You might have some blockage around you, you know what I'm saying? It could be people around you that are blocking your blessings, but even those people will be removed eventually, you know what I'm saying? They don't stick around, you know what I'm saying? As long as you're trying to progress, they're going to remove themselves, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Pray for it, you know what I'm saying? Think upon it, you know what I'm saying? Write it down. A lot of niggas don't know about alchemy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If y'all don't, get into that.
Tap
you know what I'm saying?
into it.
Tap in, you know what I'm saying? Because if you're not writing shit down, you're missing a big part of your manifestations. You know
I literally have a page right next to my bed.
Yeah.
Too, that I had written within the last month, and I just took a look at it the other day.
Crossing shit off, huh?
And it's just fly to be able to cross stuff off. Even when I find like old notebook, because I write everything, and I always have. So I've even got old notebooks and stuff, like old calendars, and planners. And I'm like, bro, like, look at like all the things that you said you were wanting to do. Some of them are, still in the process, but it's like,
look at how much is accomplished.
It's a process. Yeah. It's like, dang, like that used to be just an idea in my head, and now I'm physically doing it to some capacity. Yeah. And so it's being, writing all this stuff down too is just a great self-reflection tool, and it actually is a great tool to encourage yourself through those times of feeling defeated or feeling like, maybe I'm not going anywhere. Should I stop? You look at that stuff and you get inspired. Like, dang, that was me.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
And that could even, keep you from losing sight of the goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's written down, bro. It ain't gonna go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you see that shit, that's a reminder. Boom, right there. Like, oh, damn, you know what? I got to do this today. I got to hit this goal today. Yep. Oh, I forgot. I got to do this today. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. So it's a good way to, good thing for a reminder, and good way to get them things manifested, man. You know what I'm saying? It's solidified in the world. It's written down. You know what I'm saying? Unless I would write it down in pen. Personally, I use pen, but you know what I'm saying? Because I might fuck around and smudge that shit, depending on where it's stored. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Take them risks, man.
And don't seek that instant gratification. We've talked about it before, but I think that's what, also deters people, because, they see the certain examples of people who blow up. Yeah. Right? And they're not thinking about the longevity of it, because if you blow up and you're not ready to blow up,
then you're
gonna be right back where you were.
You're gone in a year.
Yeah.
There's somebody else that they talking about. There's somebody else they done put on a pedestal. So it's like, it's okay to be behind the scenes doing your thing, working, because then when you get to that threshold and the spotlight finally is on you, you're going to be ready because you practiced for years.
Yeah.
and you were resilient, and you gained like real life skills to be able to handle anything that life or fame or, you know, whatever people throw at you.
Yeah.
You know, you're more well equipped to handle it. So it's like, you know, I don't want that quick stuff. It's quick to fade.
And I think what we even fail to realize in those moments or acknowledge is what work was put behind them blowing up. Like,
you don't
niggas
know.
look on the internet and be
know.
like, oh damn, they made it just today. Like, oh, like nigga, they didn't make that song today and
Right.
it just blew up today. What the fuck is you like? We got to get out of that mindset.
5 years
you know,
ago.
we have to,
Yo.
and it's like that. You know, I have songs that I haven't put out. You know what I'm saying, that I had from long ass time ago.
And they could be the one. And he's just holding on to
You know
them.
what I'm saying?
And he just won't put them out.
This nigga saying it like that because he has a song that I haven't put out. That he's been holding on to.
And it could be that one, but he just doesn't want to try that risk. He doesn't want to take that risk.
Hey,
Look,
but it
the
might
risk-
be premature though.
the risk
you
I'm
never know.
taking
You know what I'm saying?
is keeping it for the right time.
You
I know
know?
that's
Yeah.
why I
Yeah.
completely
You know what I'm
understand.
saying? You know what I'm saying?
But if there's anything else in the tuck, it needs to be released because I need to hear it,
Look, man.
or at least it just needs to be on my phone because I need more. You know what I mean?
Look.
I've been listening. I think Slacks and Raps has like scratches on it now. Because
If it was a CD, that bitch would be. That bitch had a red ring of death on her.
Bruh.
Yeah, nah. I mean, yeah, I feel what you're saying, and I'm doing some reflecting as I'm thinking about it right now, man. I mean, shit, it could be.
I don't want to rush your process.
You
at
know,
all. I don't never want to feel like I'm rushing you. So
Look,
I'll
man,
let you
I
take
don't know what my process is.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I do, but I don't. I know I take my time until I feel like I'm ready, which has worked out for me so far. You know what I'm
let it
saying?
keep
I mean,
working.
Yeah.
Slacks and Raps is still standing strong
Hey.
today.
Yes,
You know what I'm
it
saying?
is.
Niggas still hit me about that album, be like, bro, this the bow bow bow. You know what I'm saying? And so shit. I mean, it worked out, but I definitely do feel like sometimes I'm writing music and I reflect and I'm like, damn, like, should I just put this out today or like?
Right.
Should I put out? I never know when to really drop music. I don't really know like what the season is. I usually I try to dodge seasons like right now where like everybody's fucking dropping.
Drake's about to drop next week, so you definitely can't.
Drake's
put no
about to
music out.
yeah, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I could. Fuck
No,
Drake,
hey,
man. I mean,
right.
shit.
Right.
Think about it.
Nigga
I
ain't
was,
me.
I was watching
You know what I'm saying?
something.
No.
I was watching I think I was watching Joe Budden podcast like I always do. And they were talking about algorithms and basically how music algorithms work. And would you not, as an artist, wouldn't you not want to put your album out at the same time a big album is dropping? Because underneath that new category, wouldn't your album be there next to theirs?
Nigga, when DJ Khaled dropped that album with
His son, about his son?
yeah, my shit was sitting right next to his, bro. Slacks and Raps. Yeah, like the homie screenshot and posted. I was like, nigga, what? Nigga, and
So when they getting them other
yeah,
big
bro,
albums or whatever,
it's definitely,
you still right
it's definitely,
there. You and
it's-
I shot.
Yeah, bro, it's definitely, yeah, man, timing is everything with dropping music, man. I just don't know what good timing is.
Well-
I feel like I've hit it at really good times, and the times that I've dropped, sometimes like Soil EP was like, I kind of dropped that on the fly. I didn't really do any promotion for it. I think all my other projects, I be like on it, but these days I'm just like off it, man. I think I just been focused on too many things at once, in a sense.
That's why this team, just like what Randy's saying, you
Yeah.
gotta push that team emphasis and make sure
Yeah.
that your
Yeah.
team is
Yeah.
working for you.
Right.
And you know what?
And with you, you know?
regardless,
Yeah.
and I mean, I wouldn't have even realized the lack of promotion I did for Soil EP had not Jamar brought that to my attention. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I wanted to come on here and talking about.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
our
yeah,
interview.
yeah.
But I had to put that back because, he was like, yo, nigga, no, stop being horny for your music. Nigga,
Stop
you didn't
listening
do
to
any,
me.
yeah,
Stop
he's like,
listening to me.
he's like, you didn't do any promotion for Soil EP, nigga. You
Yeah.
need to fucking talk about that shit, blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
Yeah, we
all
gotta
right, nigga.
get
You know what I'm saying? And as much as I hated it, it was definitely the smartest idea. You know what I'm saying? It was a better idea than I had. Yeah.
I just want to say
So, yeah.
something on the timing part. Because there's an aspect of, planning, right? And, of course, you observe the world, you observe the different cycles that we kind of go through. You just, you can kind of look at that stuff. But, you know, to get lost in that, I feel like that's when you start like missing your opportunities, focusing too much on what everybody else is doing and how you fit what everybody else is doing. Yeah. So on top of planning, there's a balance of, you know, with the self-reflection and all of this and you know, working on your manifestation and even taking time to meditate and to just, you know, to learn yourself, you'll be also guided by intuition, right? It's not just solely planning. It's not just solely, you know, like, you just kind of willy-nilly, all right, it's just intuition all the time. Like, okay, you can observe some stuff sometimes, but being able to cultivate that awareness that, like, I would say, those random moments that you have are like, should I do that?
I be thinking, like, do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Because it dropped on you for a reason. Now, like, sometimes it's hard to discern, but I think when you start paying attention to like your body and how you feel and just like, okay, is this a feeling of like fear and anxiety or like I'm missing out and like I got to do something to prove something, or did this just hit me and it feels right?
You know, and that's something. Sometimes I have a very, very hard time deciphering if it's intuition rather than impulse. You know what I'm saying? And
so, it's a hard one.
Yeah, it's a very hard one to decipher for me, man. Especially, you know, when it comes to like dropping music or like releasing content or things like that. I'm usually pretty good with timing because I don't think I'm ever on anybody else's time. I'm really a heavy believer in divine timing. And I think every move I make is within divine timing because otherwise I wouldn't be doing the shit.
Yeah.
So but I do think there is, you know, due to like social media algorithms and shit like that, there is thresholds within its perfect time to drop shit and things like that.
There is.
But yeah, deciphering whether it's, you know, impulse or intuition is hard for me because it's like, damn, I be thinking like, oh, you know what? I should do this. And I'm like, and I always think about all my thoughts right then and there. Like, I'm like, I should do this. And I'm like, nigga, I don't know. Should you though? Like, because, you know, this, that, and the other. Right. And then this, I'm like,
start going through the whole laundry list.
You know, and it's like, damn, like, nigga, you might be right. But you also might be right. You know what I'm saying? Because, so it's like, damn, like, I feel like, you know, what's the nigga name? What's the light-skinned nigga name from, what's that damn movie? Damn, I didn't forgot the name of the movie. Shit. You know, like, whoop that trick. What that chick? What the fuck is
Terrence Howard?
Terrence Howard. God damn it. Fuck. Hustle and flow, nigga. Shit. God damn. All right. Yeah, well, y'all seen fucking Get Rich or Die Trying? You know, with that part where he was like, you know, even when I'm wrong, I'm right. Because I could have been right. That's exactly how I feel every single time. Because I'm like, nigga, I could be wrong, but I'm more than likely right. Because, nigga, either way, I'm talking to myself. So, nigga, regardless, either one of these choices is right, nigga. So, I mean, shit. So yeah, it's a hard one, you know, deciphering that shit. And that's one thing that I don't know how to kind of like I guess get better at, you know, deciding like, oh yeah, no, dude, this is intuition fully 100%. Like, bro, do exactly what you're thinking, you know, or is it like, nah, you know what, this is an impulsive decision. Nah, bro, this just ain't it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out how to balance that. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't know, like, is there any like tip that you use or you or anybody in this room uses to decide whether or not it's intuition rather than impulse?
So, I actually just had a situation the other day that I just needed some guidance on. So, I find that speaking out loud the things that I'm contemplating or questioning really helps. So, like if I'm trying to debate like, okay, should I publish this book now or should I do it later, or oh well maybe I'm not ready, or oh maybe I don't have the resources, or oh it's not going to be here. I will sit there and I'll say like, okay, clearly I don't know what I want to do right now. Clearly I don't know if this is intuition or if this is, you know, impulse. I don't know where this energy is coming from, but I know it's here. So I'll usually take a couple days to sit on it. And I'll usually say some kind of prayer, just like, look, whatever I need to be doing, let me know. Okay, like I ask for clarity. I ask for, you know, support. I ask for like, hey, is there something I'm missing? Like, just bring universe, whatever, bring it to my attention if it's something I need to be paying attention to. Bring it to the forefront. Allow me to see. Send me some kind of message, you know. And the idea after that is once you ask and once you declare and once you speak out what you need, you have to like leave it there, right? You can't fixate on it and focus on it all throughout the day. It's a matter of, okay, I said what I needed to say. Now it's not up to me.
Yeah.
Now it's up to, you know, whatever the universe is conspiring with and, you know, how the flow of nature and life just goes. And so maybe in 2-3 days, all of a sudden, I don't know, looking through something and there's like a deal on, you know, hey, if you know, publish X amount of, you know, books, then you get this particular discount or whatever it is. Just, it could be any sign.
Yeah.
You know, it could be a conversation with somebody.
Yeah.
You could have a random conversation with somebody and they just mention like, yeah, you know, you just got to go out there and do it. Don't think too much about it. And it's like, boom. Okay, that's my message.
Okay.
You know,
yeah,
so
I'm big on picking up on signs. I think they definitely come in all sorts of mediums, you know what I'm saying? Like people, fucking
I wanna-
ads, fucking
I want to talk about dreams. Fucking
dreams.
dreams
Oh my
too.
god,
dream
yeah.
that I had because so I lost my wallet last week, and I was very, very upset. And I told myself, last time you got upset, you didn't find it. This time we're gonna try something different.
Yeah.
We're gonna relax. We're gonna calm down because we know the wallet is around.
Yeah.
Nobody spent no money on the wallet yet. Normally, when somebody finds the wallet, first thing they hit the corner store, they trying to buy some Swishers or something. You know what I mean? So nobody.
Just
Luckily,
to see if that shit work.
just to see if it works. Luckily, nobody has swiped it, so I'm like, all right, bet I'm good. So, I relaxed. I even slept on it. Normally, I don't sleep on it because I'm an
Major
anxious
key.
person. I don't like to lose shit.
Yeah.
My fucking, I didn't want to have to go back and go retrace
your
everything.
steps.
You know what no, not even retrace my steps because I did that.
Okay.
I didn't want to have to go get new cards. I didn't want to have to go
see.
get a new sheriff's card, a TAM card, a food card, all my driver. You know what I'm saying? So, slept on it. Had a dream that night. I saw, so on my keys and on my wallet, I have Rick and Morty. I have Rick on my wallet and Morty on my keys. I saw Rick at a landfill. I said, this nigga's in the garbage. I walked outside. I tilted my thing, my garbage can up. There he was sitting right there on the
Oh, goddamn.
I said, look at God. Because if I would have stressed out, tripped, done
You
anything
wouldn't have-
else, I
nope.
wouldn't have even checked the fucking garbage
And
can.
that thing would've been
shit would have been gone.
Oh, God.
Gone.
In the landfill.
So that shit is real. You have to be patient.
Yeah.
You have to let shit come to you.
You can't get like anxious about it. Like, so when you're, you know, contemplating like, well, where's it coming from? The first thing to do is, like he's saying, like, relax. Don't get, you know, don't overly fixate on. Don't be like, oh my gosh, well, like, what is it? Like, I gotta figure out the answer now.
Yeah.
You don't gotta figure it out now. Marinate on it. Think about what you want, and just let that shit go.
Yeah,
and
let it
it'll
marinate.
probably pop up in front of your eyes again, and you'll get the message that you need. You know, so that's mine. That's the
I've been
advice.
having
see-
some crazy ass dreams lately, man. I don't know if these motherfuckers is messages.
Listen, okay, so first things first, I want to thank you guys for coming
the
through
realist.
again.
Oh,
You know,
likewise.
you know, today has been great. I love when we have these little segments
Yeah.
every time.
No,
Every
it's-
time. They're
It's
always.
great. It's
mad
great.
healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then now that we're incorporating more people are,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? There's a
It's
mix.
nice. Yep.
So growing the team, doing big things. I want to thank my guests. I want to thank Nubian for coming through.
Thanks
you
for
know,
having
sharing
me.
his
Hey, and that
information,
last
sharing his
segment,
knowledge.
though, man, y'all was really speaking about mine. I had nothing to say because like, it was just like, hey,
He's like, I
alright,
feel
so,
it.
look,
I was
That's the
feeling
thing,
it.
you know
That's
what I mean?
cool.
Sometimes we just want people to come and
cool.
vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you fucking with the vibe, come back. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Come catch another one, you know
Hey,
what
I'm
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 gonna
saying?
gonna
regardless,
rewatch this
man,
just
like-
because, like, I'm like, hey, this is some good knowledge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Hey, look, man. Let me tell you, man. This conversation has been mad healthy for me,
Yeah,
for sure,
yeah.
for sure, man. So
It's been good. It's
Feels
been
like
you know-
weights are lifted. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? When you
Yeah.
have these good talks and shit like that, you're able to be like, damn, I don't have to keep holding it in. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because during
Yeah.
the week, I hold a lot of shit in. And I hold it in until we come to these podcasts so we
Yeah.
can talk about
Yup.
it. And then when
Yup.
we don't have podcasts, I'm like, damn, I got to wait another week. So
Type
now I'm
shit,
holding
yeah.
it in some more. So you know what I'm saying? Like getting these toxins out your body.
Yeah,
So
for me
it's
No,
personally,
it's
it's
good.
cool to see, like, all
It's
right,
good.
you with the music, you with writing, or whatever you're doing. It's like you're going through the same thing in your world, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Like, it's
different
the same
worlds
thing,
and
you know, like,
same
Yeah.
thing.
I
Yeah.
can attest to that too, like, because when you're talking about like writing things down, things of that nature, like I can attest to like, dang, like I write recipes down. That's
Yeah.
different, but
Yeah.
like
But
each
same.
each one, I like, okay, I'll add this because this worked for me or this didn't
Yeah.
work
Yeah,
for me.
yeah.
You know, so it's like that's my thing, in as it pertains to what I do, though.
Yeah.
So
That's dope, man.
That's crazy.
That's
It's
dope.
like it's a good, it's good energy, good vibe.
So make sure y'all check out, where can we find you at?
So right now, man, you can find me at my Instagram. It's gonna be _0. Applause.
Damn. The phone just came out my hand. Go ahead.
Yeah, _0 MANI.
Matter of fact, let me throw it up on here so everybody can see.
Yeah. Throw it up.
Go ahead.
And then right now you can find me at Press Market also.
You said at _0
MANI.
Alright.
That's Instagram. Facebook is my name, Nubian Franklin, and then like for the business, pressmarket at lv.com.
So your first name is
Press
for real Nubian?
Press Market LV, yeah, Nubian.
That's fucking
That's
tight.
why, right?
What the
That's
fuck?
why. Nubian.
Why the fuck my mama ain't named me
man.
Nubian, bro? Like,
Man. So make sure y'all follow Nubian right here, man. Make sure y'all follow the podcast. Make sure y'all follow JerryTheBlack. Follow Randii.ianeke.
Randii.ianeke. Come on, we gonna get it right one day. That's Randii. It's a double I, all right? And when you message me and you trying to talk to me, don't hit me with the one I. Don't hit me with the Y. It's Randii double I. Period. IANEKE. All right.
All right, y'all. So this completes an episode. Our first YOLO Box episode. I'm gonna call them that. And we will be back next week. We'll be back. I don't know, sooner than later. Make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube. And we are out, y'all. You know what it is.